Webster, we know they've been spying on 9/11 Truth. They've had congressional hearings demonizing Richard Gage and others with a thermite and thermate. But a lot of other evidence of harassment of 9/11 truthers. Some black ops setups where they come out of dark alleys with women in wheelchairs and ram you and say you attacked them. And we had to fight that in court, and that was exposed as a fraud. The New York Post had to retract. They've now done that again where they attack your car and then say you tried to run over them. That just happened to a 9/11 truther where they now run out and jump on your car. They've got local police. It's coming out. A Q section at NSA is now really concerned and spying on government people in the NSA and CIA concerning who know about 9/11 being an inside job. I mean, when do they run out of gas? I mean, sure, people know they're crooks and liars, but they don't seem to care. Do they run out of gas in places like Iran? Did they really think they could overthrow it staging that thing? Or was it just meant to demonize Iran ahead of Israeli military strikes? What do you see there?
I think this was a semi-serious, halfway serious, and maybe totally serious attempt to have a people power coup, color revolution, velvet revolution, postmodern coup, as I say in my book about Obama, the postmodern coup. However, it's failed. Now, I think what you're going to see there is Ahmadinejad is something like a soldier or a secret police guy. He's like Putin in some ways, not as smart. But the big problem he's got is these mullahs are an albatross. You know, they're an albatross around his neck. The mullahs are bad news. The mullahs are the people who send out the morality police to harass women in the streets. I think now that a lot of the mullahs have turned against Ahmadinejad, he might say, look, let's dump the mullahs. Let's go to a straight bureaucratic authoritarian state where we won't come and try to harass you for wearing headscarves or not, or whatever, whatever other stuff they try to enforce with these morality police, and that he would get then a new kind of stability. As
let me stop you quickly. We're almost out of time. Are you saying CIA clearly involved bringing Ayatollah Khomeini in?
And the other one,
and then now it's Alex, the mullahs.
In the last minute. The big thing is China, right? This thing in China, Urumqi, this is huge. China, that's a superpower. They have real nukes. This is all run from here in Washington. It's this woman, Rabiha Kadir, right? This is the World Uyghur Congress of Rabiha Kadir.
So that blow-up we just saw was staged, you're saying?
Absolutely staged. They get $550,000 from Project Democracy under Richard Gebhardt. They did it a year ago with the Turkestan Islamic Party. They had bombings going on. That wouldn't fly because the head of it was this Commander Saif, and he was, he was an ugly sort of Al-Qaeda figure, right? Some kind of a bin Laden. Now they have this pasionaria, this woman, Rabiha Kadir, who staged, she called into the place, alerted her organization. They had a clash in a factory on the 26th of June, and then they blew it up on the 5th of July. Now, the cyber attacks, right, the cyber attacks on the U.S. and South Korea are the retaliation by China saying, you interfere in Xinjiang, in Chinese Turkestan, we have an even cheaper and more deniable way to come back at you, and that could get to be huge. In other words, if the U.S. doesn't back off and stop this constant meddling and interference, then the Chinese retaliation in the Internet could become very, very serious, right?
You're saying, I know the West is there, but you're saying while they're asking China to hold the T-bills and prop us up, they're busy staging, and we know they did in Tibet.
It all comes from the U.S. It's this woman, and it's all documented. This is, you can go to the Xinhua, New China News Agency. They have a whole tape where they explain.
No, I know about it. I just didn't know this latest. It just never ends. Webster, amazing interview as usual. Both your books available on Obama at Infowars.com. Suggest folks get them. Invaluable reading. You're also in my film, The Obama Deception, available at Infowars.com. This is the film to get and show people for folks to understand what's happening. Thank you, Webster. Good to have you with us.
My pleasure always, Alex. More power to you.
More power to you, buddy.
Bye.
Back this Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Central with the Abbreviated Sunday Show. And back next Monday. Great job, crew. Retransmission with all the key info starts now. Infowars.com. 24-hour-a-day streaming. Take care.